Well, greetings, master students. This is Mr. Doucette. Once again, this is week 7 in our 8-week course, which means we only have one more week after this. And you have a lot of different assignments next week than what you have been doing. So I just want to kind of give you a preview of that, and I'll be showing you that here in this video. But we're going to be covering, of course, week number 7, which would be, again, a couple of grammar assignments, a couple of writing assignments, although one of the writing assignments is actually a video that you're going to record, and then you have a discussion post as well. And then as we move into next week, as I'll show you in a second here, we're going to have a final portfolio that you're going to be putting together, which would include a report, and it's a multi-page report along with, or it's actually a proposal, and then a video that goes along with it, a presentation. So I'll be explaining those assignments here in just a moment. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me go ahead and share our class in Canvas. So here we are. I'm going to select module number 7 since that's where we are. And as like I mentioned, this week you're going to be doing social media for business. You have a couple of grammar assignments, a couple of writing assignments, but one of the writing assignments is a video of you utilizing the AIDA persuasive method. Grab my attention, build my interest, create desire, and then ask or drive me to a course of action that you want me to take. So that's the AIDA method of a persuasive message. And so you're going to basically take a product and you're going to utilize those 4 acronyms to convince me to utilize that product. And it's pretty easy in that sense. You can just grab any product, shoot a video of you doing it. So it's not a difficult assignment, but some students tend to put that one off for whatever reason. And then there's another writing assignment. I believe it's requesting somebody to be a reference for you or something like that. So it's a letter. But as we move into the last week, I do want to go over this because we do have, again, a portfolio. So as you can see here, there's a formal oral sales report. And then you have a written sales report. Now, by the way, your written report should not be exactly the same as your oral report. In fact, your oral report needs to be a presentation where your written report is writing. And so you shouldn't, definitely do not make your report and then read it as your presentation. That is not a presentation. It needs to be different and different enough. It's going to have the same sections, the same main points, but it shouldn't be word for word the same thing. So what you should do is write your report and then create an outline. And then from that outline, you want to create your PowerPoint slides and then give your presentation. You can do it a couple different ways. You can record yourself in PowerPoint. There's a feature that allows you to do that. And that allows you to have a video of you as well as your slides in the background. Or you can shoot, you can set up your computer and put your camera or phone or camera on a tripod or whatever and shoot yourself standing next to your computer, giving your presentation that way. Ideally, though, you do have presentation software that you use for a presentation. If you're going to give a business presentation, you should use software to do it. So I'm encouraging you to do that. I don't know if it calls for that, but if you want to be professional, it makes it easier for me to grade. It makes it easier for you to present, and it rather than you just being on video talking. So anyway, it's the whole idea here is you're proposing 2 companies that are going to merge together for a partnership, and you're saying, hey, I think maybe it's Masters University that you're trying to sell them on using your shoes for their athletic program, and so you're trying to pitch them on using a certain shoe. And so you're trying to persuade me, right? You're trying to persuade me and propose to me a partnership. And that's going to be in writing and that's going to be in your presentation. So you should definitely follow the AIDA method for that one as well, which is grab my attention, build my interest by giving me all the benefits, all the facts, all the truth, and then create desire by removing my resistance, maybe make it easy for me by offering me a discount or anticipating an objection I might have to this arrangement. That would be the D of the AIDA method. And then finally, the last A is call me to action, drive it home. And at the very end, you should really drive it home. What do you exactly want me to do? Here's how to do it. Give me a website, give me a phone number whether that's your report or your presentation, drive home a course of action you want me to take and make it easy for me to follow through. So those are 2 very important assignments, and they're both worth 100 points. And by the way, they're also worth 20% of your grade. So if you bomb on those, it'll drain your grade for everything else that you've done. So make sure you plan accordingly, get started on this right away so that you're not cramming the next week to try and get it all done. Get started this week, and then that way you'll be much better prepared to finish well at the end. So that's it for week number 7 and 8. I covered both, but I will be doing another video next week, just kind of to our last one, just kind of concluding the class. So please watch that next week. But until then, have a great week. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I check my emails every day. I check into the class every day. Even if I don't grade every day, I check in every day. So leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Have a great week. God bless you all.